So today, got to focus on our E36 endurance race car built for lemons, but we've run a few other events with it. It's winter here, Pennsylvania, November. Temperatures are dropping below 32, so I got to get the water out of this thing. But first, I got to do some other cleaning in here, get this car out, put the race car in the back so that if we want to work on anything, we have space, have a toolbox to swap around. But let's get started. Well, we got the car switched around. The white car needs a jump. This thing starts right up. There is like a dead spot or a weak spot in the starter. Sometimes it just spins, so that'll need addressed eventually, but starts for now, and the battery still holds the charge. It says a shut-off switch, but I think is probably part of what saves it. But I'm gonna get the water drained out of here, get coolant back in it, and then bleed it, and get it back into its spot. Ooh. Well, the radiator itself, not much drained out. It was super pressurized. So when they were racing this car back in October, back in June, July, they were having it overheating problems, pressurizing the radiator like crazy. There's not much fluid in the reservoir itself. There's a little bit, but that didn't drain through the rad. So I'm gonna pop the rad hose off at the bottom, as well as the overflow hose as well, to get all that out of there, and then just add coolant back in, try and get it to circulate through. Well, things escalated quickly. So I just pulled off the front, the radiator, the reservoir, everything. Radiator had a ton of water in it still that I couldn't get to drain out. So pulled it out of the car, dumped it into my drain pan, and that got it all out. Reservoir is empty. So now I just got to piece everything back together. I did this outside because it's water in here, so kind of makes a mess, and I can just dump into the stones. So need to reassemble everything and get the coolant back in it. Because there's probably some water still in the block that I didn't get out and behind the water pump and thermostat, I'm gonna go a little heavier on my antifreeze mix compared to the water. But that's where I'm at. I gotta mix that up, get it poured in. could be some air trapped in the system still, but that's good enough for the winter. We gotta look at this thing in the spring anyway, but I just wanted to get the water out of there so it doesn't freeze in the block. But I'm gonna pull the rear tow hook off so I can back it up tight against the wall in the back. And then I'll throw the hood on so that we can put stuff on the roof in here. But grappling this thing for today. 2 races at the track we did last year at the Dominion Raceway in Virginia. There's 2 of them, I think one in June and one in October. So I planned to do the one in October this year. Didn't get a chance to get to it. And then the other guys did the one in June, and that's when the car was having problems. So I'll have to look at that before then, but probably do the one in June, maybe October again this year. So like I said, just gotta pull the tow hook back in its spot, and it's good to sit for the winter, and we can work on other stuff in the space in front of it.